Hi traders, and welcome to today's ACY Securities Forex Market Analysis. My name is Duncan Cooper and I will be your host. Today I'll be focusing on the pound to the Japanese yen. So first we'll look at the news items coming out for the week, and then we'll have a look at the charts. Hi traders, just at forexfactory.com. Just going to review the news items. Today I'm reviewing the pound Japanese yen, so which items can affect that pair this week. So these times are my time, Queensland time. So tonight, 10:30 PM my time, US PPI coming out. Into Wednesday, 10:30 PM again. I've got the US core retail sales and retail sales. Into Thursday morning, 4 AM, we've got the FOMC statement coming out and press conference at 4:30, expecting an interest rate hike. And then getting into later into Thursday on the pound side, 10 PM, we've got the British pound interest rate decision, expecting a hike there too. And then into Friday, we've got the Japanese yen monetary policy statement and press conference. No times there, they're just tentative. They just get released at some time in my afternoon. Alright, so those are the items that could affect the pound yen. So with that in mind, let's get to the charts. First up, just want to look at the monthly chart. And when I looked at this, I think it was a month ago, 15th of February last time I looked at this pair, I was saying that the monthly chart were in a range, and there's a number of monthly resistance levels here at the top, and we've got monthly support down here at 148.45. I'll get to the levels when we get to the weekly chart, but long term we're just in a range here. As you can see, we've been moving down over the last month and a half from the top of the range into the kind of 2/3 down of the range, and maybe MACD is wanting to cross down. Time will tell. So I'm not sure which way this range is going to break long term. All I know is at the moment it's moving down from the top of the range. Is it going to break out to the downside or up to the upside long term? Time will tell. Alright, to the weekly chart. So the monthly levels at the top, if you want to know what they are, 156.07, resistance 156.59 and 158.21. Those are the monthly highs that we've been fighting at, and I'm using this monthly level support at 148.45. Okay, so the trend on the weekly, we kind of double top, triple topped up here, and we've moved down to a lower point, and this week at the moment we're having a week up. So I'm actually looking for a lower top to form at some point. Up here at the top, we maybe had a fraction of, just going to see, we did have some divergence when we got to the exact final top, and then don't know whether we actually had a little bit more of divergence there. No, we didn't. So we did have some divergence on the final top. Then we've had this double, triple top form, and we've moved down to a lower point. So now I'm expecting price to rally up and put in a lower top somewhere. Okay, so I'll just get my support and resistance in on the weekly. So I'm using weekly support from 149.00. So some of these levels haven't really changed since I last reviewed this pair, but they're all still valid. Weekly support down there, that's where I'm kind of targeting long term at the moment, bottom of the range. There's another level of weekly support and resistance here. We've moved back above it, so that should act as possible support in the short term, 152.89. And then my weekly resistance would be this level up here, which is monthly resistance at 156.07. So moving down to a lower bottom, having a week up, I'm looking for a lower top to form somewhere. Yeah, and the MACD down here is crossed down. To the daily, and day chart trend is down, lower top, lower bottom. MACD is just crossing up, that's just crossing up in all probability because we're having 4 or 5 days up here, and yes, we're having a week up. So not really looking at it as a long-term change in trend, just the fact that we are having some retracement back up the range. So I get into support and resistance. Support down here at 151.12.2, and that held the market perfectly last week. Another level of support here. If we could start coming back down, 152.66. And I'm going to be using resistance up here at 155.226. I always like to put the exact numbers in. And there's another level just above, but I'm using that first one there. That's close enough to that one as well. Alright, so what I'm looking for is on the weekly chart for a lower top to come in. And I could draw a fib in two ways. First of all, you could be using the shorter range on the day chart because the day chart trend is down. Is this just coming up to maybe just short of the 79 level, 154.31? Or, you know, is it going to get up to that level and then turn around? So you could obviously be monitoring that level for failure. But what I'm looking at is the larger range. So I'm actually drawing this across the range of the weekly chart from the last weekly top to the weekly bottom. And then the 62 level is at 155.35 and my daily resistance is at 155.22. So I'm actually looking at that level. Got an old level of support just to the left there as well, which could be resistance. So it's already been good resistance once. Can price come up to that level, be resistance twice? As well, we've got the 62% level there at 155.35. So I'm watching that area for failure at the moment. Now, if I do look further up, there's the 79% level at 156.54, overlaps with monthly resistance at 156.59. So until price rallies back up and starts to show its hand and fail, then either one of those two levels could be ideal. Trade back down, putting a lower top on the weekly chart. So as always, I like to look at the 4-hour chart, and what I'll be looking for is price action to come up to 155.22 in the short term, and I can see if I look left, there's 4 tops on the 4-hour chart where we failed. So I'm sure there's going to be sellers in that area when we get up to that level. So when price gets up to that level, I'm going to be watching for a turnaround, then dropping down to a lower time frame, looking for an opportunity to execute a trade to the downside. If price moves through that level, then I'll be watching the high level, the 79% level. Okay, so watching. I've got my drawing tool in. Watching price to come up to this first level. Can price hold? Fail? Can it come down? Maybe putting a lower top on the 4-hour chart. Start to show that it's turning in that area. And then in that area, start to look for an opportunity to trade down. Same deal. If price wants to move further up. If it doesn't want to stop at this level and it continues up to the 79 level, I'll be waiting for that price to hold there, start to fail, wanting to put in a lower top on the 4-hour chart. As it starts to do that, look for an opportunity to trade down the range once more. And in terms of a target, let's just tidy things up. Back to the day chart with this fib tool drawn in. Whether we fail at the 62 level or the 79 level and have an opportunity to trade, if you look at the 127 extension, that comes in at 149.06, and I've got weekly support at 149.00. So I'm just going to be trying to target to the bottom of the range once I've got into a trade. So looking for a failure at the 62 level with 155.22 daily resistance, or the 79% level 156.54, and monthly resistance up there at 156.59. Two good levels to monitor over the coming week. If price fails there, I'm going to drop down to a lower time frame, look to execute a trade to the short side, targeting down at the bottom here at 149.00. Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. Have a great trading week. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Want a real opportunity to improve your trading? Join Duncan Cooper in his free 15-part webinar series designed to help you improve all areas of your trading.
The upcoming webinars for this week: understanding a candlestick chart and identifying candlestick patterns. 16th of March, Forex trading, live market analysis. During this webinar, Duncan will review 12 currency pairs, determine the key support and resistance trading levels for the week ahead, discuss his favorite risk to reward trading opportunities, and answer your trading questions. 17th of March, trade orders and execution, how to use market, stop, and limit orders. Duncan will teach you the different order types that can be used when trading. He will cover market, stop, and limit orders. Duncan will finish with a live demonstration in the MetaTrader 4 trading platform.
Register at the link below.